Welcome back to the channel, HBNR families. So in this video I'm going to show you how to make this amazing joggers pants professionally. So I've already cut the joggers, and if you don't know how to cut a perfect joggers, you can check my channel. There are a lot of videos there, or you can check the description section below. I'm going to drop link on how to cut joggers perfectly. So if this is your first time coming across my channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I drop new video. Please don't forget to like this video. Like it. Let's get started. HBNR. So I've already cut the joggers pants. If you don't know how to cut the joggers pants, you can check my channel or check the description section below. So after laying the back part of the joggers, I'm going to place the front part on it like this, and I'm going to make sure the crotch area match with each other, just like this, and make sure everything lay very well. So after laying it on each other like this, I'm going to mark 1 1/4 here. So I'm going to mark it from top to the ankle area, from the crotch area to the ankle area. So I'm going to use my hip cuff to connect it together like this. So after that, I'm going to use my cutting machine to cut it out. So after cutting it out, you know it is 4 parts, 2 front and 2 back. So I'm going to detach 2 from the crotch I cut. So I'm going to detach 2 from it, and I'm going to place it like this, and I'm going to sew this place together. I'm going to join it together. So after sewing it together, this is how it looks like. So you can see the area I sewed together. After sewing it together, this is what I'm going to be using to cut the front patch that we locate at the inseam area. So this is the material, this is the white material I'm using. So they are all jersey material, but they are thick jersey material. Both the black material and this white material, they are all jersey material, but thick one. So the inseam I cut and I sewed together, I'm going to place it on the white material like this. And I'm going to, when I'm cutting it, I'm going to add 1/2 inch in each side. 1/2 inch here, and also 1/2 inch at the second side, just for the seaming allowance. So same thing, I'm going to leave 1/2 inch here. So after I cut it out, I'm going to notch the upper part. So I'm going to notch it so that it will be different from the ankle area. So after that, I'm going to cut another 2 pieces side stripe. So I'm marking 3 inches here. I'm marking 3 inches. So I'm going to make sure that the length of this side stripe is longer than my length by 2 inches. So the length of this stripe should fall on a side that is not stretchy at all. So I want to cut the pocket now. So I'm using 30 inches as the length of the pocket. So I mark 30 inches here. I mark the same thing here. I'm going to connect it together. After that, I use 7.5 for the width of the pocket. So notice that I'm cutting on fold. So I'm cutting it on fold. So I'm going to mark 2 inches here because I'm going to leave 2 inches upward before sewing my zippered pocket. So after that, I'm going to take the measurement of the zip, which is 7.7. So and I mark 7.7 from the 2 inches I marked. I'm going to curve it like this to reach it with the length of the pocket. So this is how our pocket is going to looks like. So this is how it looks like. So I'm going to cut the waistband fabric. So while cutting the pattern of the joggers, I deduct 2 inches from my length for the waistband. So I'm going to mark 5 inches here, so that when I fold it, it will equivalent to 2 inches. And after the stitches, after running stitches on it, everything will equivalent to 2 inches. Let's start the sewing section. So I've already marked my zippered area. So I mark 2 inches upward and I mark 6.6 for the zippered. So the zip teeth is 6.1 and I had extra 0.5 inches to it. So that's why I mark 6.6 here. And I mark 2 inches interval for the side area. So now this is my pocket. I'm going to lay the pocket like this. After laying it like this, I'm going to place the front part on it like this. So pay full attention to this area so that you won't skip or miss any step. So I place the zip face down on the fabric like this, and I start my stitch. So after it reaches where I want it to reach, So I'm going to zip down the zip like this, and I'm going to flip it. After flipping it, I'm going to start the stitching here. So, and I'm going to stitch it up. So I'm going to notch it like this. So after notching it, I'm going to cut it. So you just need to pay full attention to this area very well so that you won't make any mistake while doing your own. So I'm going to turn it inside like this. After turning it inside, I'm going to conclude the stitching of this area. So I'm going to mark where the 4 stitches end. I'm going to mark it like this. So after marking it, that's where the stitching will also end for this area. So this is how it looks like after the stitching. So I'm going to flip this area like this, and I'm going to stitch it down. I'm going to do the same thing in this area. So after that, I'm going to top stitch the zip just like this. So after the top stitch, this is how it looks like. I think it looks perfect and accurate like this. So after that, I'm going to fold the pocket like this, and I'm going to stitch it together. So I'm going to weave the pocket alone. I'm going to weave it. So this is how it looks like. I'm going to stitch down the top of the pocket and the front part of the joggers, and also I'm going to stitch down the side area as well. So I've weaved the pocket. So after that, I'm going to place the back side on the front, and I'm going to stitch it together like this. So after joining the front and the back parts together like this, so I'm going to sew the side stripe on the back part of the joggers, just like this. So this is the 3 inches stripe I cut. So after the sewing of the side stripe, this is how it looks like. And the next thing to sew is the inseam patch. This area I'm going to add patch to it, and the patch is going to have zip at the ankle area. So I've already marked the area I'm going to place my zip on. So I mark 1 inches downward for the hemming allowance, and also the 3 inches I wrote, I find its center and I make a straight line on the center. So I'm going to place the zip on the center like this. So please pay full attention to this area as well. So the zip face down on the fabric like this. So you just need to pay full attention to this area, please. Don't miss any step here. So when I'm done stitching the zip, this is how it looks like, and I'm going to make a top stitch on it. So after the top stitch, this is how it looks like. So now I'm going to sew it to the joggers pant, just like this. So when I'm done stitching it, I'm going to use weaving machine to restitch it. So I've weaved it with weaving machine, and this is how it looks like. So this is how the ankle area looks like, and I'm going to fold in the 1 inches hemming allowance like this. And I'm going to do the same thing here. So now I'm going to stitch around the 1 inches hemming allowance at the ankle area. So after hemming the ankle area, this is how it looks like. So now I'm going to join the both side of the joggers together. I'm going to join the crotch area together like this. So after joining the crotch together, I'm going to weave it as well. So I've already weaved it. So I'm going to take the measurement of the jogger's waist circumference and also my own actual waist circumference. So the jogger's waist circumference is 19.5. So the waistband fabric, I'm going to measure 20 inches there. I'm going to add extra 0.5 sewing allowance to it. So my actual waistband is 32. My actual waist is 32. I'm going to sew in the half of an inch I added to it. So my waist is 32, and I'm going to cut elastic band of 26. I'm going to deduct 6 inches from my actual waist measurement, which is 32. I deducted 6 inches from it, and I cut the elastic band of 26. So this is the elastic band. I'm going to sew it together like this. So I'm going to insert it in the fabric, in the waistband fabric. And I'm going to start my stitching here. So I'm going to stretch the elastic band to reach with the fabric like this. So I'm going to make another stitch on it like this. So this is how the waistband looks like, and I'm going to attach it to the joggers pant. So I've already attached it to the joggers pant. I just want to make another stitch to it because I used weaving machine to attach the waistband to it.